Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Zach Attack Talkback here on Rugby Wrap-Up. I'm joined today by Mike Dabulas, playing for Old Glory DC. Mike, thanks for sitting down with me.
Hey, no problem.
Now, tell me a little bit, Mike. You're from Jersey. You know, you kind of started playing the game there. Talk to me a little bit about your rugby journey from the very beginning and how you got to where you are now.
Yeah, well, I started pretty young. It's a little bit unusual, I guess, for New Jersey, but I started around 6. I was born into it. My dad played rugby. He coached me most of my life. But yeah, started flag around 12 years old, graduated to tackle. But then the rest is history, really. Just played through high school with select side teams and then on to college, played at Penn State.
Now, was it always kind of a dream for you to take your rugby game to the highest levels in the country? MLR was kind of in its infancy when you were playing in the college game. Was that always a goal for you, or is that something you developed later in life?
Yeah, that was always a goal. Like when I was younger, it was always a dream to play at least professional rugby somewhere. When I had that dream, it was probably overseas. We didn't really have a professional rugby team here in the U.S., but in college, once MLR popped up, it was definitely like a realization like it actually happened.
So is that important for you to kind of see the pathway exist, to give you something to strive for? You think that would be important for other players as well coming up?
Absolutely, yeah. To have something to shoot for, yeah.
How is the game different, from throughout the different levels? In high school, change to college, then jump up to the pros. What does it take to kind of progress through, and how does the game change as you go along?
It's like with every level, just it becomes faster, quicker. You have to think quicker. But rugby IQ definitely becomes very important. And just pace of play, something that, it takes getting used to at first, but if you have good coaches and good players around you, it makes it a little bit easier on you.
And anything you picked up specifically from the kind of Jersey brand of rugby as you went through, or anything, you learned on your way up through those ranks?
I don't know. You kind of get your own style of rugby depending on where you go. So picked up bits and pieces throughout.
And now, Mike, how's it been in the MLR? It's different than playing other professional sports in the U.S. What's that experience been now in this season post-pandemic? And then what are you looking for as you go forward?
It's pretty great. It's starting to get a lot more popular. People recognize us like, oh yeah, we've seen you guys on TV, so that's pretty cool. Definitely looking to continue that, but yeah, it's been pretty amazing. I didn't think I would be in this situation if you asked me a couple of years ago.
I'm still working on my street name recognition. I'll try to get some more of these interviews out. But no, I mean, you definitely deserve to start getting recognized. You're coming off a great game last weekend. You're playing with a lot of really solid talent as well. How does that influence your game to be able to play with some of these, great players from around the world, even who are coming to MLR to play?
Yeah, it's unreal. We're starting to get some really big names here. Osea, gold medalist in the Olympics. That's insane. Ma Namu, World Cup winner. Playing against those and with those guys, it's just every day you're learning something new or whatever. It's pretty crazy.
So what kind of impact do you think that's going to have on the sport going forward in the country? I mean, with all these younger, players from the U.S. learning with all of these greats of the game from international levels, where are we looking to head in the next few years?
I think we're only going up, if you ask me. U.S. obviously loves sports, and we're getting bigger names, better style of rugby, just better performance, and I think that it's going to be pretty impressive as we keep going down the line.
Now, what advice do you have for, younger players in Jersey or elsewhere that are picking the game up young and looking to kind of follow in your footsteps to take a similar path up to the higher levels of the game?
Practice, ask questions. Not everybody's going to have a handout to help you. A lot of it's going to have to come from you, just practicing on your own, putting in the time and the work, and just seeking advice from older players or anybody, really. Can never know enough.
All right. Well, Mike Dabulas, thanks so much for your time today. I appreciate it. Good luck with the rest of the season. We'll hope to see you again soon.
Thanks for having me.
And please check out our other segments, including our Major League Rugby show, our Global Rugby Recap, the Rugby Odds, Martial Law, the Zach Attack, and please sign up for our American Red Cross Rugby Wrap-Up Blood Donor Team.